news sends the global market straight to Dumpyville. Bitcoin again revisits the mid $50,000 range. And with this announcement falling on Black Friday, the day of discounts, should we be scared? Now this is big. I'm your host, Christopher Nutt. And if things don't start turning around soon, I'm going to have to eat that egg. Absolutely so big, guys. So we're going to be looking at Bitcoin today as global markets, not just Bitcoin, are taking a little bit of a teensy-weensy slide as Black Friday truly does live up to its name. But more importantly, does this change anything for Bitcoin? And what should we expect next? So here's a new channel. Make sure to like it is absolutely time-sensitive alerts. So never miss these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. And as well, we are going to be choosing the winners of the Ledger equivalent in BTC. Yeah, we'll be doing that. And just to enter for the next one in 6 days, just leave a comment below. It is for subscribers. And without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye. Absolutely so big, guys. So as I'm sure you've probably heard by now, there is some growing fears in the broader markets. And realistically at this point, my opinion on this is that there are going to be new variants. I mean, that's just what happens. So I'm kind of tired about panicking over and over and over again about the same thing. Let's be honest, we're not in the strongest state globally to begin with in terms of our economy, in terms of the global markets. They've been looking shaky for a long time. Even before March of 2020, it wasn't the best, in my opinion. But add all of this on top, and again, I still don't think we've seen any of the effects of all of this, but the one thing I can say for certain is that all of this, everything, okay, I'm talking about everything that's happened over the past 20 months, all of that has given Bitcoin a stronger use case and makes it more attractive to people that actually know what's going on, right? The reason that goods are increasing is not because of what some random politician tells you. It's because of the money printing and some deeper problems as well. But Bitcoin offers Black Friday deal with sub $55,000, just like last year. And so, again, this is something that I think is absolutely an opportunity here. But with that being said, again, as I've been saying for the past week even, meeting the 21-week moving average down at about 50K, I still think is what's most likely and what would be best. Because even with this news, Bitcoin still didn't drop that much. And we're going to be looking at that in a second here. But I'm surprised still we have not seen 50K, which for sure, waking up and reading about the current global markets, that I was assuming we probably would see that. But as you can see here, we all seemingly want 53,000 US dollars, which usually means we get front run at 53.5 or price nuke straight down, said Scott Melker here. And remember, in late November 2020, Bitcoin dipped to around 16.4 and then went up and exploded past 20,000 for the first time in 3 years. So it goes without saying, this month it turned out to be a rather dumpy month. We only have a few days left. And so, again, even though we've seen some dumpiness, I still think we could see a little bit lower of prices here. But again, I'm not absolutely convinced just yet, but we're going to be jumping into the charts in just a few. But yeah, obviously, Metaverse, coins, Bitcoin, hammered as this new variant drives investors to dump a little bit here. So again, obviously, I don't really want to waste too much time going into this. But if you really read into it, a lot of it is based just on fear. They don't really have a lot of evidence or a lot of stuff yet. Okay, I'm sure that'll come out within the following few weeks or the next few weeks. But right now, the markets are reacting a little irrationally, as they always do. Okay, all of these, if you correlate a dump with news, it's usually an irrational reason. And so we've seen a lot of dumpiness across the entire crypto market. And as we talked about, not just crypto. So if we take a look at Bitcoin here, obviously this will be, we have over 2 days until we get a weekly close, but with a fresh new weekly open. But it does look as though we're going to continue this trajectory, and very similar to as we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks. Again, we talked about something like this, where this is just, liable or very possible to continue over the next few weeks. Again, I have been saying recently about a $50,000 at least retest there to come back down to the 21 week. That is really the only thing that matters. A lot of mainstream articles are putting out that we're officially in a bear market because Bitcoin is 20% down from all-time highs. I don't think that definition works in crypto because crypto fluctuates so much that using that definition for stocks might make sense, but for crypto, absolutely not. You would really realistically have to say 50, 60% to even consider a bear market in crypto. And even then, it could bounce back 70, 80% almost immediately. So using the definition of a bear market because an asset has dropped 20% does work in some markets, but that absolutely does not work in crypto, in my opinion, just because crypto is way too volatile. 10, 15, 20% swings are insanely common. So if you're going to use that definition, Bitcoin's basically in a bull market every week and a bear market every week also. But realistically, again, testing the 21 week, again, is still really the only thing, in my opinion, that matters here. It would be cementing the previous resistance and turning that into support on these long-term time frames. Again, around that $50,000 to $52,000 level is the only thing I think is important there. If we go below the 21 week and remain there and we get some weekly closes below there, then that is incredibly bearish. But we have not done that. So let's not jump to any conclusions. But with this most recent dump, after holding the bone zone, and 24 hours ago, Bitcoin was actually looking a little bullish, right at about 60K. But as you notice, we got rejected right off of our 50 MA on the 6 hour. And you can see this big 6 hour candle here going from about 58 down to 53.7, about a 7% 6 hour candle for Bitcoin. And now we've re-entered the Bigly Bone Zone, which is not where we want to be. But honestly, it's holding up way better than I would have expected so far. Like I said, the fact that we didn't go down right to 50K means, again, I mean, this move is not that exciting. It's not that important, in my opinion. Now, the long-term effects of this, obviously, are the reason people are fearful and the reason some people are selling off. But yeah, I mean, obviously the SPX down, broke the 21-day again. Seems to be doing that like every other month. You've seen this many times. Remember back at the beginning of October, a lot of scares about that as well. And then it formed some sort of like inverse head and shoulders and kind of just went straight back up. But realistically, even going all the way down to 45.30 for the SPX wouldn't even be necessarily bearish if we flip that and hold support there. But yeah, I mean, if we look at a lot of the top alts, really they're just down because Bitcoin and the global markets are down. There's no point in really, I mean, all of these structures still intact, but yeah, there's no real point in going into deep TA because, I mean, it's just, the market is just following what the global markets, the crypto market is just following what the global markets are doing. But again, as we've been saying, this daily bearish cross with the 21 going below the 50, it looks as though we are about to see that. It has not happened yet, but over the next few days, if dumpy momentum continues there. And yeah, in my opinion, again, looking at this as a massive buy opportunity at this point, unless things would go absolutely south in the global markets. Again, crypto would not be your biggest concern if something truly cataclysmic happened in the global markets. Okay, so remember all the panic we saw back in March of 2020, and again, this is like a mini baby dump compared to that. But it is important to kind of just take a step back and realize where we are in the macro view of this. Still, it's not very bearish. Okay, the 21 week is kind of that metric. Remember when we came down here at the end of September? That was the big test. We held that. And then after that, it was time to get very bullish. And after that, we went on a 75% run for Bitcoin and altcoins way more than that. Many altcoins did way more than that. So again, we just want to ideally even wait until this next new week opens. So give us a few days here to kind of cool off and see where Bitcoin's going to end up. But it is more likely than not, we will get a bearish close here for the week and have a bearish open. But that's not a bad thing. After 7 straight 6 out of 7 green weeks and 1 barely red. It was basically an indecision candle. It's not only is it not unusual, it's healthy and normal for Bitcoin to get these pullbacks. And I have a feeling in about a week from now, maybe 1 or 2 weeks from now, everyone will be looking back and saying, wow, good thing I didn't overreact like every other time the market does something like this, and I used it as an opportunity. Wow, so we've only had 5 new videos in the last week. And so video number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll copy and paste this. Okay, paste it in there. Get YouTube comments. And yeah, just remember to respond to your winning comment, and I'll also reach out to you in the comments as well. But yeah, let's see who the winner is. Hopefully it's not a scam account. Chebs, let's go. Awesome. And is that a Teletubby or a Pokemon picture? Absolutely very big, so make sure to do that. And as well, I'll just pick another winner there too, but then for the Instagram one, I will reach out and pick a random person on Instagram. Not really sure I'm going to do that on video, but AK says Harmony is the one. That might be a scammer. I'll reach out to you, but we'll just do another one in case that is a scammer. I'll reach out to both of those people regardless. Tim, you're the member, please don't stop what you're doing. Awesome. So I'll reach out to all 3 of you guys, and yeah, I'll just We can do 3 ledgers if all of those are real people. Well, so if you guys are new to the channel, please like, share these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Remember, all you have to do to enter for the next one is leave your comment below. And it is for subscribers. And without any further ado, if you're interested in any deals, make sure to check out the comments and description below. All you have to do for this crypto.com referral is just put in this code. I noticed it doesn't work. Some of you guys were saying that unless you have the code. But without any further ado, that's it for me.